Let's do a little Dollar Tree haul really quick. Then I saw these at Target for $5 each. Probably should have thought this through a little bit better, but... So that means that it's Yogi Pot time. This thing looks gorgeous. But this looks so good. Like the perfect fall pasta. So I'm warming up half of one of these apple cinnamon buns. With Pilates. It was a good class. It was a lot of strength today. And of course it was a lot of arms. Usually I think I'm fine to do arms like the day before at the gym, like weightlifting, because you know, whatever muscle group I weightlift on, if I'm just doing like a singular muscle group when lifting, that muscle group gets really intensely worked. So if I go to Pilates the day after and we work that muscle group again, because with Pilates I feel like I'm working my muscles so much deeper, it just kills me so much. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Like my body is so tired from that. Also too, I still feel like I'm recovering from Coastal Country Jam. It was just one day. I am not as young as I once was, and I'm noticing it's taking far longer to recover from things like that. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. In October I have family visiting and we're going to theme parks 2 days in a row, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna stop at Dollar Tree really quick before I head home. Our dishwasher needs to be cleaned so bad. So I want to get vinegar, but I just need it as like cheap as possible because I'm just using it for cleaning, you know? So I'm gonna go see if the Dollar Tree has it, or you know, the $1.25 tree, because inflation. And then also Leo needs more poop bags. I almost said Spartacus needs more poop bags. Yeah, Leo needs more poop bags. And very, very weird, but I need more spatulas and more paring knives. Because of what I have in the morning for breakfast, I'm always running low on those two things, because I have tomatoes in my breakfast every morning, so I'm always using the paring knife to slice them. And then, well, I'm not always running low on spatulas, but it would be nice to have another one, I've been noticing. And then if I'm making anything with eggs, I'm using a spatula, and we only have like a couple. And I hate hand washing, so I always just throw it in the dishwasher. Then if the dishwasher isn't run, I don't have the utensils I need to make my breakfast. So I'm gonna go pick up a couple more cheap ones, and then also just like whatever else I can find in there. Okay, I'm back. Let's do a little Dollar Tree haul really quick. I ended up just kind of getting a bunch of things that we've like not desperately been needing, but have always been like, oh, that would be nice if we had that. So I got a few things that I didn't anticipate getting, but everything would definitely be used here. I got some distilled white vinegar because, like I said, I really need to clean our dishwasher. It's so bad. I'm actually about to run it really quick, and I figured I'd unpack all of this stuff and run this stuff in the dishwasher. That way I can pull it out and it's ready to use. Okay, this is not kitchen related, but I thought that this was cute. They had one of these types types of claw clips. You guys know I love these. These are my favorite ones. This one is a little bit smaller than the typical ones I get from Amazon, but I don't mind that just because of the shape. It's gonna hold my hair really well. And then I kind of like was really into this yellow and white paint splatter design on it. So I got that. Actually, I kind of want to put my hair up right now. It's so hot because we also have to do laundry and stuff. Definitely gonna get very hot here. Perfect. Holding my hair nicely. Then I got 2 of these little mini cutting boards. We are always running low on cutting boards. We just have these 2, and sometimes like all I need to do is cut a tomato or cut some herbs or something. I don't really use the bigger ones for that. So I got these little mini ones for whenever, you know, we just need to chop like 1 or 2 things up. Like I said, there's no sense in using up a big one for that. I also got this 4-pack of paring knives because I go through paring knives like crazy. Basically any kitchen tools that we don't want to spend a ton of money on, that's what I just went ahead and got from the Dollar Tree because it's just easier. Like I said, I got an extra spatula to cook with. This is for eggs and stuff. I'm like, this one's heat resistant, right? I don't know, but I hope so. It is silicone, so I think so. I also finally got us a pizza cutter. We have like gone back and forth on whether or not we actually need this for a while, and I just said fuck it because it's always something that we question whether or not we need. I was like, clearly we have a use for it. So grabbed one of this because Trevor wants to do more DIY at home pizza date nights and stuff, so I figure if he wants to do that, that's my excuse to finally get a pizza cutter, and especially when it was like $1.25, whatever. I got this mini spatula for stuffing Leo's enrichment treats. This is going to be a lot easier for spreading like yogurt and stuff in there. Actually, I do want to put one together here in a second, so I'm going to rinse this off and use this. I won't be able to use these for a little bit. It's still a little warm, but I got these very, very cozy feeling thermal socks. They're like this thick knit, and they just like, these look like these are gonna be so warm, and I'll probably wear this around the house all the time when it cools down. Then finally, doggy poop bags. I usually get poop bags from the Dollar Tree because it's $1 for a pack of 4, so I feel like you really can't beat that. But anyways, all right, that is my very practical, productive Dollar Tree haul. Let me go grab his Yogi Pot so that we can use this, and then I'm gonna stuff all of this into the dishwasher and run it so that I can empty the dishwasher so that I can clean it. So I just washed this too, which is why it's wet, but if you guys saw the last vlog, you guys saw me unbox this. This is the LickiMat Yogi Pot. I've been waiting for this to come to the US for forever, and I'm so excited that it's finally here. I did have him try it out a few days ago. I do like it for the convenience of like there's no hole to plug or anything. Unlike a topple, I usually have to plug it and then freeze it and stuff. With this one, if I wanted to, I could just stuff it and like call it a day. But for today's little enrichment mix, I think I want to line the sides with some yogurt first and let that freeze and then stuff the rest. But it's got these like bumpy sides that they have to lick around, and then a star at the bottom, and then you just fill it up halfway. But I think it took him about 20 to 25 minutes last time, but I don't think I stuffed it very, very tightly. So we're gonna try it again tonight and see how long it takes him tonight. So I'm gonna do this goat's milk yogurt from Trader Joe's. I'm just taking this spatula, which is what I purchased this for. And goat's milk yogurt is much thinner than Greek yogurt, so that's especially why I want to let it freeze for like an hour before I stuff the rest of the Yogi Pot. So I'm just gonna take it inside and kind of paint those edges just with like a relatively thin layer. I just want something on the sides that'll motivate him to like keep licking all the way up to the top. Perfect. And then I'm gonna coat the bottom a little bit, and this little mini spatula is working out really nicely. I never want to use a knife because I don't want to make micro tears in the silicone as much as possible, so I love the fact that there's a spatula now. But that's what it looks like inside. So I'm just gonna freeze this, and we'll finish stuffing it in like an hour, hour and a half once all of this yogurt hardens a little bit. Made myself some soup dumplings to eat before I start deep diving into cleaning and laundry and all of that stuff. I have the dishwasher running for like that last load of dishes that was already in there. And then I also did a quick vinegar rinse, since I just bought vinegar, on all of Leo's enrichment toys just to get them nice and super clean. I figured when I do the Yogi Pot, I'll go ahead and also fill up like his freeze bones and everything. That way I'm just like kind of set for a few days. I always have the hardest time eating these. They're so slick. Oh, hot. Okay, I'll see you guys after I eat. These are so hot. So I'm just fixing up the couch here because I actually fell asleep down here last night. I do that quite often because I tend to like have a show that I'm always rewatching, and then I go one more episode and then I fall asleep down here and then like transfer upstairs to the bedroom at like sometime between 3 to 5 in the morning, whatever time like I randomly wake up downstairs. But I'm just putting back the couch from that. I meant to show you guys this in the last vlog. I just didn't realize that I wasn't recording. I found these pillows in the Target playground section. That's like their dollar section, although nothing in there's actually $1. It's all like $3 to $5, but these were $5 each. I had wanted like a more fall pillow. I mean, I bought these with the intent of these being fall and winter pillows, but I wanted a little bit more of a fall element on the couch. But every like fall pillow had orange on it, and I did not want any orange on this couch because of like the tones of this couch. Obviously, I just felt like orange was gonna look weird, so I wasn't liking any pillows. Then I saw these at Target for $5 each, and it was perfect because like the blue still keeps it cool, but it has the pumpkin on it, so I'm getting that fall without having any warmth on here that would clash with the coolness of the couch. So I really like how they look. I have two, one on each side. Ignore the Chipotle napkin from Trevor's dinner, but yeah, I really like how these look. I think that it was kind of like the perfect little touch of fall on here. Also, this is the black version of the long sleeve crop that I wore for Coastal Country Jam. I used it for Pilates today, and it is so good as like a workout top for something low impact, which is technically what it's designed for, but I think that these tops are so cute that I usually, you know, actually style them and wear them out, because I'll probably wear these types of tops to Pilates through the rest of fall and winter. So I've got all of Leo's freeze bone enrichment toys. Then we got the Yogi Pot. For the main part on most of these, I'm going to be using this Open Farm grass-fed beef recipe. This technically can be a meal, it's fully balanced, but I'm only going to do like half portions in this because Leo is a mix of 2 working breeds, 2 high energy breeds. We do a lot of enrichment for him throughout the day. Usually during the daytime I do like more snuffle mats and stuff, and then at night we call it his witching hour. For some reason he gets really overstimulated after dinner and he just like goes nuts. So I usually try to have an enrichment treat or a bully stick or collagen stick ready for him to work on to kind of like release that energy. And I believe at his foster home he was getting like 1.5 to 2 cups of kibble per meal, but here with us, because we are doing enrichment throughout the day, we're giving him these kinds of things, or sometimes I use kibble for his enrichment. We only do about a cup of food per meal just to kind of spread that out and make sure that we don't overfeed him. This is going to be the main portion of these enrichment toys, and then I also have, ooh, that's stinky, I have some sardines in here as well. I like to throw sardines into something like this, or like the bigger freeze bone. And then I'll also probably throw in some berries to these. So I have strawberries and blackberries ready to go. So the main one I want to fill together is the Yogi Pot, since this is a new product in the US. I'm gonna assemble these on a plate, just, you know, keep it a little bit neater and tidier. So I'm gonna start stuffing the Yogi Pot first. And there's like juices in this cooked food that I'm just gonna go ahead and throw into here. And then sometimes I'll also do, for things like this, kibble that's been soaked in water. Like I'll soak it for like 10 minutes or so, when it really like softens up the kibble and it like almost makes the kibble spreadable. I'm only going halfway up to the top on the Yogi Pot because that's what it actually says in the instructions. So there's that, and then actually, because I wanna rinse this off in between, I might as well stuff the other ones. So same thing, just loading the food in. These are always a little bit tougher to maneuver. This is really the one I should have done on a plate. So for the bone and the Yogi Pot, they're gonna get sardines. I'm just gonna do 1 sardine in the bone, just like that. And then, well, just 1 sardine in the Yogi Pot as well, but I'm gonna break it up. And then actually what I'm gonna do for the donuts is take this sardine water, it's so good for them, and just kind of fill it up so it freezes around the cooked food in here. So I washed off the spatula so that we can do the yogurt. Just gonna do a layer right on top on all of these. For the donuts, I always like to joke that they're a frosted donut. I would say the donuts take him about 15, sometimes 20 minutes. The bone takes about 20, 25. Yogi Pot, like I said last night, took about 25 minutes. For the donuts, we're not doing any fruit, but I am going to do sprinkles, and by sprinkles I mean blood dust. Just a little bit right on top, like that. Ooh, that's dripping. For the freeze bone, I'm just gonna do 2 blackberries, and then for this one I'm gonna do the dehydrated green-lipped mussel. Just sprinkle a little bit on top, not too much, I'm also running low. And for the Yogi Pot, that one is going to get a strawberry. These strawberries are tiny. Let's do 2. And 1 blackberry. We'll do blood dust on this one. That was a lot, but he won't mind. And that's what the Yogi Pot looks like. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I totally forgot that I had gotten this to put in the Yogi Pot. just kind of like sticking out. This is a large beef tendon. There it is. I'm just gonna stuff it in there. Now the yogi pot is complete. So it's time to try to clean out the dishwasher. But obviously I need to put everything away, but I'm not gonna make you guys watch that, so done. Dishwasher is clear, and now we can finally get it cleaned. So I'm gonna do this in 2 cycles. The first cycle I'm just gonna do distilled white vinegar. That might have been too much, but you know what? The dishwasher is stinky, so I think it needs a good amount. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in the top rack. Probably should have thought this through a little bit better, but there we go. Hopefully that won't fall over. Although if it does, I mean, it does need to like wash inside of here, so it would be fine. Alright. And start. Just finished running. Oh my gosh, that's so hot. I'll probably have to wait a second to take that out because that thing is probably super hot. But it's looking good in here. I need to run it one more time with baking soda on the bottom, and then after that we should be good to go. Got our baking soda. There's not a ton left in here, but I don't think I need to do like a whole box or anything. But I'll pull this out. Oh my god. Went all the way. Whoops. And sprinkle it down. I'm just gonna use the whole thing. And that was it. Damn. Okay. Hopefully that was enough. I mean, we don't have a big dishwasher, so it should be fine. Alright. Run it again. Gonna do a little resurfacing mask / facial. I love this one. This one's from Youth to the People. It is a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. Because I always love the way my skin looks after I use it. And it only takes like 3 minutes. Face mask is on, and I'm just waiting for the water to warm up here. Our water takes forever to warm up. But y'all, I got eaten alive today. All summer I was waiting for like the bugs to attack me because they always do every single year, and I never had like any issues at all. And all of a sudden today I'm just sitting there doing some work, and next thing I know I had like a bunch of bites all over my legs. I don't know where that all came from, and I was sitting inside too, so that sucked. But I like sprayed it all down with like an itch spray. But now that I'm showering, I'm probably gonna have to like re-spray myself again. So this one right here has been going a little crazy while I've been showering. So that means that it's yogi pot time. This thing looks gorgeous. Okay, mister. Look. Yes. Oh. That looks like a good one, huh? It's been a minute, but he started it at 7:25, so I kind of want to time this and see if this one takes him a little bit longer. So while Leo is working on that, I'm actually going to make a fall pasta, just kind of off the top of my head. Although I did get the sauce that I'm going to use for it on Google, but I saw this pumpkin gnocchi at Trader Joe's, so we're going to do that. And I thought it would go really well with this like little cubed pancetta, and I'm gonna do this in a brown butter sage sauce. I literally went out and bought sage for this recipe, so hopefully it comes together and it's actually good. So I cooked up the pancetta so that it was nice and crispy. I like mine extra crisp if you can't tell. And then gnocchi's gonna cook up fast, so I have to kind of move through this pretty quickly. So for the sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and cook it in the same pan that I did the pancetta. I am going to go ahead and leave the fat and the renderings in there. Starting off on a low flame because the pan is still hot. I don't need to actually warm it up. But I'm going to take, I'm not measuring this. For the recipe that I'm following, which I can link below, it says to use a stick of butter. But since I have the renderings in there, I'm not going to do the equivalent of a stick. Let that all marry together. And then brown sugar. Cooking the brown sugar down into the butter. Then fry up the sage leaves until they harden. FYI, it is 7:50. I just checked on Leo. He's still working on the yogi pot. I did it really well. It's gonna last him for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the sage. They've all like started to harden up. And toss in the gnocchi. Gonna gently fold it into the sauce. Actually, I'm going to bump the heat up a little bit. I want to see if I can get a good sear on this gnocchi. So some of them are getting a nice little sear on them, but this looks gorgeous. And you guys, it smells amazing in here right now. Added in the pancetta. I'm just going to gently fold everything all together. And we're pretty much done. I just need to plate it. And obviously I'm going to do Parmesan, but I will try one bite before I do any Parmesan. But this looks so good. Like the perfect fall pasta. Here it is without any Parmesan. I'm just gonna try to grab a little bit of both. Here we go. Oh my god, it's so good. A little bit of Parmesan on top. For my standards, this is like very, very little Parmesan. I don't want to like interfere with the flavor too much, but I can't not have Parmesan. And just tried this flavor from Polar Seltzer. It's the pink apple and lemon, and this one is super good. So I'm warming up half of one of these apple cinnamon buns. I totally forgot that I had gotten these from Trader Joe's a little while back. And, oh, and it's ready. But I literally came across some article talking about that these are actually really good, and I was like, wait a second, I have those in my pantry. Kind of figured that it would be a good little fall dessert after my fall pasta, which, by the way, you guys, was amazing. Even with the Parmesan on top, it was incredible. Kind of wishing that I had some vanilla bean ice cream right now, but it's all good. But that's gonna be it for this day in my life vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did so many loads of laundry today, so I am prepped and my closet is ready to get organized. So if you love decluttering videos, make sure to join me for the next vlog, and I will see you guys then.